Oh, hello, hello, everybody. Okay. Hello, hello, everybody. I am in South Beach State Park of the Oregon State Park System, and that is just outside of Newport, Oregon, just south of town. It's a very large park. To just take a quick little virtual tour. It is Wednesday, August 24th, 2017. I know that I'm always on the lookout to see other people's setups, other people's rigs. Kind of see what kind of cool ideas people have, see what kind of rigs that are out there. And a great way to do that is to tour a very large campground like this. So I've stayed here before, and I keep coming back because I really like Newport. It is a great little kind of home base location for the stuff that I like to do, which is ride motorcycles. Uh, it's uh, it's kind of right in the middle of the Oregon coast, so you can kind of use it to go north and south. North, you got Depot Bay right up the road, and like, I don't know, 22 miles away or something is Lincoln City. To the south, you got Walport. Florence is like 50 miles away. And so I like using this as kind of a home base, like I said, like I do. Park the rig and set up camp, and just don't move for a couple days. Unload the bikes, whichever bike I like or feel like riding that day. And around here, we're just gonna ride the Honda, stay on the street. Nice bike, kid. I mean, this is stuff I used to love doing when I was a kid, man. Our parents used to take us camping, and those are just experiences you don't forget. Man, we used to love going to the campground and bringing our bikes and just hanging out with our friends and riding our bikes, going to the little store, buy, buying stupid stuff. That was just the best when you were a kid. Look at this little Bigfoot here. That's awesome. What a sweet little mini setup. Take a take a quick cruise through most of the loops here. Anyway, like I said, this is a very large campground. Most of the sites are water and power. This is what I wanted to get a closer look at. This little Pulse. Yeah, Fleetwood Pulse. I've seen those before. I like that. Winnebago View, basically the same thing on the Sprinter chassis. Now I'm super happy with my setup, but always looking to the future. Like I said, just checking out what other people have, other people's setups. We got a lot going on there. Pretty sweet. Nice Chevy body. See the yurts. A great way to go for people who don't want to bring anything. Playground. And here I am, C42. Look at that sweet setup. It's the best one here. BT Cruiser with a cargo trailer. Heck yeah. Look at that little guy. Sweet. I like the big external canopy. That's a sweet little Jayco, little pop out. Kind of looks like an art pod. Wednesday. This is probably the quietest you're gonna see this place this week. So I'm currently on my Eclipse trip, so I went down and stayed with family just outside Salem, Oregon through the weekend and for the Eclipse. Got to see Totality. What a great experience that was. Hanging out on relatives and seeing everybody. Getting to experience that. Man, that was so cool. Having it get dark and cold as the moon passed in front of the sun, and then blocking it all out and being able to look at the corona with your naked eye. Totally awesome. What's this? Another loop? Yurt loop? Alright, South Beach State Park. This place is pretty cool. You can see it's very large for camping. There was a couple tent loops I didn't go through because they're gravel. There's an RV dump, and then this is a group area that you can rent out if there's a big group of you. It's kind of separate from everything else. It would be very cool. Another thing about this park is, the property itself, we're on the ocean, but the campground and everything is set back a little ways. Now, all throughout the park, as I went down those loops and stuff, there's all these little trails that went off to the west. Little foot trails that kind of go through the brushy areas and go out to the actual beach. Now I'm kind of leaving the campground area, and I'll take a quick run through the day area. So you can make out that sign: picnicking, ocean beach, restroom to the right, highway 101 to the left. So this is kind of the day use area. There's some restrooms here. You can see right behind the restrooms the tall dune area. You got to kind of walk over that, and then once you're right to the peak where you see, it goes back down the other side, and it's the ocean. The ocean is right there. I will definitely get some of that later on. This is where I like to come to see the sunset and just hang out on the beach. Anyway, there's all kinds of little trails through this park. From the literature, it's over 400 acres, this park, so You can see family picnicking there. This is where you come for the day use area and just to buzz over. It's the closest place to get to the beach where you don't have to walk very far. All the other little trails are of various lengths to get to the beach from the campground. You know, not terribly far. Anywhere from probably a quarter mile to 3/4 of a mile, depending on which one you take. And then there's one running north and south. Anyway, leaving the park now, heading out towards 101. And so that's another reason I like this place. Obviously there's several campgrounds and state parks on 101. And one of the reasons I like this one is because I can usually get a spot here. I actually reserved this one this time in conjunction with my Eclipse trip here. Saw the Eclipse, moved over here midweek when I could actually get a reservation. That's why I'm so surprised it's so empty right now. It was about a month ago and it was very difficult to secure a reservation, even midweek. And good luck on the weekends. You have to book about a year in advance. So I'm just going to make a run into town. I rented some movies in the Red Box last night, so that's a main reason I got to go to town today is to return those, since I watched them, and I don't want to pay again. Race number 2, we got like a $700 million Powerball drawing tonight. I gotta try to get me a share of that, so pick up a couple tickets. And thirdly, just do a little riding. You can see we got a mix of blue sky over there and marine layer over the ocean. It's always kind of a crapshoot when you come to the coast, even though it's mid-August right now and it's been a very dry, hot summer. You just never know. Got a little riding in yesterday, and tomorrow's supposed to be a little nicer, especially in the afternoon, so I'm going to do a nice long ride tomorrow afternoon. And we'll see what we can get done today. But if it gets cold and misty and whatever else, I don't like riding in that. Fogs up my shield, fogs up my glasses. Gets on the camera, nobody likes that, so I got a lot of little things I have been meaning to do, like catch up on video editing. So if the weather turns bad, it's no big deal. Let's hide out in the camper. But Newport is super fun. Like I said, I've been here a few times. You can see the Oregon Coast Aquarium. I've been there. It's not very big, but it's fun. It's one of the ones where they have a glass enclosure. So you kind of tunnel, so you kind of walk through a couple of the tanks with some sharks and stuff in it. Smaller sharks, but there's a variety of things, outdoor and indoor exhibits. Super fun. Here's the historic Newport Bridge going over Yaquina Bay. And the Yaquina River goes up that way. And there's the ocean, Pacific Ocean. Newport's a pretty good sized town. I mean, they got everything every town in America has here. Walmart, Safeway, Fred Meyer. Big grocery stores, small grocery stores, sporting goods stores, restaurants, pubs. There's the historic bayfront with the Coast Guard and seafood processing warehouses and restaurants and more tourist stuff. A couple lighthouses nearby. I've gone to both of those. It's a great experience. Anyway, I shouldn't need to sell you on Newport. But that's why I like making it my home base for exploring. The other reason I like it, the main reason, is because when I get out on the bike, there are so many great like roads that you can cruise around on. I'll try to put in some footage where I can, but like you go out past the historic bayfront there and follow the river. There's a great little 2-lane road. It follows the river. There's a couple nice 20-mile-an-hour corners. It reconnects up with 101. There's all kinds of little loop roads and just cool roads. One of the ones I like doing is just like going down to Walport and then taking Highway 34 back towards Philomath and then hooking back up with this Highway 20. Makes a nice little kind of loop. And there's another inland one that goes up and kind of inland and then meets back right around Lincoln City. Anyway, just great day trips, day riding, fun stuff. Oregon Coaster in the summer, you're always going to get some traffic. I mean, people live here, and then you got all the tourists too, so. Another great thing about having a bike, usually you can sneak off little side roads. Even where it's super crowded, you can pretty much always find a place to park a bike, especially a small bike. Alright, well, I won't bore you with the traffic. I'm going to go get my errands done. And if I get any riding in, I'll turn the camera back on. So, thanks for coming with me. I'll see you later.